A man discovered an easy way to make money. All he had to do was pretend to be blind. Not only could he openly beg at the temple door, but he could also use his identity as a pianist to play the piano in other people's homes, because no one would be wary of a blind man. One day, he went to celebrate the birthday of a rich man's wife. However, after opening the door, the woman didn't want to let him in and claimed that he had mistaken the time. But Modi had already received a deposit from the rich man, and there would be a considerable balance after the performance. He certainly couldn't be mistaken. As they were arguing, the noise attracted the attention of an elderly neighbor. The woman didn't want to attract the neighbor's attention, so she had to let him in. After making sure that Modi was truly blind, the woman finally let him play the piano at ease. However, he had only played for a short while when he was startled by the scene before him, because there was a corpse lying in the living room in front of him. Modi finally understood why the woman was reluctant to let him in. But at this point, he couldn't show his nervousness and could only excuse himself to go to the bathroom for a moment. He thought going to the bathroom would allow him to calm down, but unexpectedly, the murderer was hiding behind him with a gun. Modi was so frightened that he didn't even dare to breathe, for fear that the other party would discover his flaws and silence him. Fortunately, he had enough urine to hold, and he didn't arouse the other party's suspicion. When he passed the living room on his way back, he saw that the person lying on the ground was the rich man himself. Although Modi was very nervous, he could only continue to play the piano with a forced calmness. Not long after, they put the rich man in a suitcase, ready to drag him out and destroy the body. After Modi finished playing and left, he decided to go to the police station to report the case. When he arrived at the police station, Modi told the police that he wanted to report a murder. Just as he finished saying this sentence, he saw the man hiding in the bathroom, and he turned out to be the police chief of the station. Modi's heart was in a mess, but he had to suppress his nervousness. He suddenly thought of a way and hurriedly explained that his cat at home had been killed. But the police chief obviously didn't believe this explanation. He had just killed the rich man, and the only blind man at the scene came to report the case. This made the police chief very suspicious that the blind man in front of him was faking it. In order to verify his guess, the police chief decided to personally drive him home. After entering the door, the police chief found that there was a newspaper on the table that day. Modi said it was used to deal with cat food. The police chief obviously didn't quite believe it. After that, he conducted various probes on Modi and even took out a small knife and threw it at Modi. Fortunately, Modi overcame his inner fear and didn't reveal any flaws. The police chief also thought he was overthinking, and then he left.